Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Temperatures this weekend will feel like we haven't even gone back to school yet, but the numbers next week will be the coldest in more than 4 months.
She was sent violent racial threats by a young man she tried to help.
He didn't mention whether he was going to do it, but he did say he meant for me to be fearful of my life.
Tonight, she's telling the defenders why she refuses to be called a victim. But we're going to begin with breaking news out of Lansing, where Governor Whitmer has just given the go-ahead for movie theaters and bowling alleys to reopen.
And that's not all. Let's get right out to Mara McDonald live with the details of this latest executive order. Mara.
Jason, there are going to be a whole lot of businesses that are going to be breathing a sigh of relief because this new executive order that the governor just dropped late this afternoon affects many places like indoor theaters, trampoline parks, arcades. Let me take you through what the governor just dropped. Okay, it all takes effect on October 9th. It is a statewide reopen, which means all areas of the state are going to have the same rules. It includes indoor theaters, cinemas, bowling centers, and a lot more. But there are going to be capacity limits. For example, 20 people per 1,000 feet, 1,000 square feet, with a max capacity of 500. And of course, if you're at one of these indoor venues, a mask is going to be mandatory. The governor also did something else. She made some changes to her outdoor gathering rules as well. Prior to today, you could have 100 people max at one of these outdoor gatherings. Now what she's saying is you can have 30 people per 1,000 square feet for a max at an outdoor venue of 1,000. So the max is going from 100 to 1,000 for outdoor gatherings at non-residential places. We're going to have much more on this coming up tonight at 6 and at 11, but really good news for a whole lot of business owners who were scared that they were just never going to be able to come back from this. We are live in St. Clair Shores tonight. I'm Mara McDonald. Back to you.
Yeah, a lot of desperate business owners for sure. All right, Mara, we'll see you then. Devin?
Now, also in the executive order, Michigan students in grades kindergarten and up, except in the Traverse City region and in the Upper Peninsula, are required to wear face coverings in classrooms. Prior orders recommended but did not require a face covering for kindergarten through 5th grade. The state's chief medical officer, Dr. Janae Caldoun, says this new requirement is important to protect students and educators and will hopefully help ensure that schools stay open.
Our other top story tonight, an Inkster woman received death threats and more from a man she met through a church outreach program.
And those messages were enough to get the attention of both police and the feds. We bring in defender Sean Lay. Sean, she's a tough woman.
Her name is Teresa Patton. Yes, she's a tough woman, but she also has a lot of faith. I want you to listen carefully to the terrifying message that was sent to her on Facebook a year ago that has turned her year upside down. This message pops in. I'll read it to you. See you at church on Wednesday night with my AK to put you and your N-word family down. N-word. You see this? It's on your screen, sent to you. What do you think?
At first, I thought it was a joke. Especially since I didn't recognize the picture of the person that it was allegedly coming from.
This is the terrorizing message sent to Inkster mom Teresa Patton last July. It appears it came from a Facebook page of an 83-year-old man. Patton is a lawyer. Her husband is in law enforcement. This Facebook page had two friends. One, 22-year-old Ronnie Wyatt. Teresa knew him. She brought him food through her church outreach program. Wyatt quickly became the #1 suspect to police and the FBI. Sunset Church in Taylor never shut down due to the threat. They ramped up security. Her husband even walking the aisles armed to protect the congregation. Could you believe this was happening to you, your family, and your church?
As soon as I walked through the door, I had a panic attack. I couldn't breathe, and my legs went out from under me, and they had to kind of pick me up. And
well, how would you know he wouldn't burst in and carry through with his threat?
That was my concern.
The FBI found several weapons they say belonged to Wyatt at a mobile home off of Beach Daily near Ecorse. The feds say Wyatt then admitted he sent that threatening message.
This was somebody interfering with a person's right to worship which is illegal federally.
I wasn't a victim, even though this happened, that based on God being there for me and my husband and my family and the people that I loved.
It takes a lot of strength to say, I am not a victim. Why do you say that?
I won't let him or anybody else make me a victim.
How close do you think we were to a church shooting?
Only God knows.
Some chilling words there, but we really enjoyed our time with Teresa Patton. Let's talk about Ronnie Wyatt. He pled guilty in federal court yesterday to a charge of threatening to harm a woman of color and obstructing her free exercise of religious beliefs. Sentencing for him 1 year from now, guys. He's going into mental health treatment. We're assured by the court he will be closely monitored during that year. Back to you guys.
Sean, we understand Wyatt wrote her a letter. You talked to her about that.
Yeah, and in the letter, know why he sent the threatening message, only that he did indeed intend to terrorize her. Did he say he was going to go through with the shooting? He did not. He just wanted to scare her. Teresa, on the other hand, says she's been homeschooling her kids this entire time, and she's been using this to teach them not to live in fear.
Yeah, I bet. All right, Sean. We are now getting our first look at the man who police say hit and killed a road worker along I-94.
51-year-old Martin Dwayne Smith is charged with 2 counts of failing to stop at a deadly accident. Police were searching for him before he turned himself in earlier this week. He was given a $25,000, 10% bond. Smith allegedly hit and killed 26-year-old Zach Morissette Monday on I-94 near 9 Mile.
Breonna Taylor's family is speaking out for the first time since a grand jury delivered their decision on the case.
This comes after a night of largely nonviolent protests in Louisville. Jay Gray is there tonight as tensions remain high. Jay?
Night and day.
Say her name!
Her name echoes from Louisville across the country. But Breonna Taylor's family and attorneys say it still hasn't been heard by Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron.
Did he present any evidence on Breonna Taylor's behalf?
For the first time since a grand jury decision that no Louisville police officer will be directly charged in Taylor's death, her family is speaking out.
We're standing with you.
Taylor's mother, overcome with emotion, her sister, Breonna's aunt, reading her statement.
I was reassured Wednesday of why I have no faith in the legal system, in the police, in the law that are not made to protect us black and brown people.
As they demand transparency in the case.
Release the transcripts! Release the transcripts!
The attorney for John Mattingly released this video from the scene.
I'm gonna grab his legs. Put him in the trunk. Put him in the trunk.
Just after the Louisville police officer was shot by Taylor's boyfriend during the raid. Now, 191 days later, the city is still locked down, on edge, and concerned about the weekend.
I would expect it to be a larger crowd. We have heard rumors of various folks coming in from out of town for the protest on both sides of the issue.
An issue that, like the protest here, isn't going away. Jay Gray, Local 4.
All right, Jay. And meantime, in Los Angeles last night, a protester was hit by a speeding pickup truck. That protester was taken to the hospital with minor injuries.
Let's now get to today's coronavirus numbers. The state reporting 929 new confirmed cases of COVID-19, and along with that, 8 more deaths from the virus have been reported.
Switching gears, let's bring Ben in as we head into the weekend, and you can't beat the weather over these last few days.
Let's just hang on to this if we can right through Sunday. Ben?
It would be nice, guys, but when you have a week that has been as nice as this, you worry that you just sort of used it all up, but that's not going to be the case. We're going to have plenty more 80s to go as we head into the next couple days, and it looks fantastic out there right now. Beautiful blue skies. Current temperatures are close to 80. We've fallen just a little bit off of those marks, although Adrian's still at 81. Just a little bit of a south breeze right now, and no big weather impacts over the weekend except gorgeousness. Once we get into Monday and Tuesday, we start looking at showers to return to the forecast. Multiple chances of that, but of course the big story next week is going to be the cool down. We've been 10 degrees above average for most of the stretch. We'll be 10 to 15 below going forward, and you may be surprised how much longer those numbers will stick around. More on that in just a minute, guys.
All right, Ben. The late Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg blazed so many new trails, and today she did it one more time, becoming the first woman to lie in state at the U.S. Capitol. Solemn occasion, barely masking the looming political battle over seating her successor. Let's get to Alice Barr at the Capitol with the latest. Alice.
Devin, earlier today, Justice Ginsburg's casket was brought from the Supreme Court here to the U.S. Capitol and carried up these steps for one more chance to make history.
In death as in life, Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg breaking down barriers. Today becoming the first woman and the first Jewish person to lie in state at the U.S. Capitol.
All the days of her life, she pursued justice.
Justice Ginsburg's rabbi paying tribute as her family, members of Congress, and Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden watched on. Mourners then passing by the casket, including the trainer who famously kept Ginsburg in shape, dropping for 3 push-ups. The late justice celebrated as a trailblazer for equal rights, especially for women, even her dissenting court opinions helping pave the way for future legislation.
She said, and I quote, "Dissents speak to a future age."
Fellow Justice Stephen Breyer remembering his longtime friend, unable to speak of her in the past tense.
She has strong principles, and she holds them. She's the kind of person that as a person, you like her better the more you know her.
Poignant reminders of Justice Ginsburg's enduring legacy, even as the battle to replace her on the Supreme Court is heading toward a boiling point. President Trump set to announce his pick for a nominee tomorrow. The leading contender, federal judge Amy Coney Barrett, is a favorite among social conservatives, seen as the choice to shore up the evangelical vote, while picking Barbara Lagoa, a Cuban-American federal judge from Florida, could help the president in that critical battleground. And as he weighs the high court's next female justice, women of Congress lined the Capitol steps for a final farewell to the court's longest-serving woman, honoring her contributions to history and now her place in history.
Justice Ginsburg will be laid to rest at Arlington National Cemetery in a private ceremony next week. She'll be buried next to her husband of 56 years. From the U.S. Capitol, Alice Barr, Local 4.
All right, Alice. Much more to come here on a Friday edition of The Five. Here's Hank.
Downtown Royal Oak, no different than probably your community. It's been struggling because of the pandemic, but now an opportunity for you to not only save, but also to help those businesses that are struggling. I'll show you how coming up in my Help Me Hank report.
All right, Hank, also a reprieve for the census. A judge orders an extension of the deadline to fill it out. But new tonight, we'll show you why that isn't all good news for census takers here in Detroit. Doc?
Smoking, vaping, and COVID-19. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Coming up, what research is uncovering about the impact on your risk and the new push to help people kick the habit.